Okay, so refilming this because I made a mistake, um, but it kind of ended up being a happy mistake, kind of. For the first few books, they're ones that I showed off last video. I just haven't finished those. I'm adding more books, but the ones you already seen from the previous video, I'm gonna speed run past, because there's no real reason not to. Spider-Man Kazuma, Marvel manga. That's interesting. Batman the White Knight, hoping to finally finish the entire White Knight saga of what's come out so far, because you never know, they could add more sequels. Same exact thing with Deceased. Wanting to finish off the Deceased saga. Now, White Knight, I've only read this one. Deceased, I've read all but one. I've read all but War of the Undead Gods, which is the last Deceased book. For now. Trinity. Will I actually finish this or just give up halfway through because I don't like Kirby Hicks writing and I already took a break, like a long hiatus, a saga-ass hiatus from this book. Time will tell. Fantastic Four, Resurrection of Galactus. One of those books I had on PC for a long time, never ended up finishing, rectifying that mistake. Although, so far, yeah, you might get a reason. You might get one of those ironic. John Constantine Hellblazer is actually one of the new ones. This is a sequel to the original Simon Spurrier run, but I believe it got canceled. Like he wanted to write more after issue 12, and now he does. And luckily, the library had the hardcover. This one snuck up on me too. Like I had no idea it was even coming out. I'm not too caught up on the any real ongoings that isn't from Image and isn't Absolute Batman or Marvel Ultimate Universe, that stuff. If it's not super popular and talked about, I don't really know about it too much, unless I'm, of course, following the author, and that's how I found out about Dead in America. Okay, now on to the Image books. Now, I was trying to do all the books this month are 10 issues. Now, to be fair, I also had, the OGNs, so maybe I should wait for a month that I don't have any OGNs, so it's truly the entire month is all the same amount of issues, but that failed because the first one, I'll just do this first, is Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog, written by Rodney Barnes, which, yes, is 2 volumes, but 12 issues. Now, what's ironic about this, and this is where the happy mistake comes in, 12 is the amount of comics that I'm reading, series that I'm reading this. Actually, no, it's 11. No? Yeah, no, it's... No, duh. I second-guessed myself, and I said, no, that's wrong. No, wait, that's right. That's how my brain works. I don't count the volumes. I thought for a second there, no, I did count Clementine books 2 and 3 as 2 different... No, I count it as one. It's 1 series. Actually, I read all 3, so that'd be 3. I have no idea why my brain just did that. My brain just does not like to work sometimes. But anyways, as far as series go, it's 12. Because Clementine's 3 volumes, that's 1 series. So I find it really ironic that one of the last books I'll be reading this month, actually the last one I'll be reading this month, because I didn't do the math right. Again, I thought it was 10, so I didn't do the math right. The last book I'll be reading this month will be 12 issues. The 12th book. Found that ironic, so I was like, you know what, I don't really care anymore. So I'm going to put this here, and then put volume 2 to the side. So I'm going to put volume 2 back on the shelf. The rest of them are all 10 issues. Now, Tokyo Ghost, spoiler, that's the last one. I'm reading the library's copy of the hardcover, which is all 10 in 1. So technically already I wasn't really following that, because I also liked the novelty that it was 2 volumes. But whatever. The Empty Zone, written by the artist of Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog, that being Jason Sean Alexander, but it's written and drawn by Jason Sean Alexander. I found it very interesting. Yeah, 2 volumes, thought it was 10 issues, thought we were having a little, nice little trend there, but I failed. Rain by Kel Simmons, volumes 1 and 2. A lot of these books I don't don't know how much to say about it. I guess I don't know. I was trying to say something like, "Oh, I don't know much about it," but you can say that about a lot of the Image books I've been reading this year. What makes this one any different? But this one was interesting. Actually, that's what I was supposed to mention. This one is interesting because I only knew about the series because of Omnidog, and that was a video he did a long time ago. It was Fantasy Comics. I think it was actually exclusive to Image too. I could be wrong about that, but he showed this off, and I was like, "Hey, it's Image, and I have enough money left over for my Christmas fund. Let's put these in." So the reason why I mentioned that is because back in 2022, I went super crazy on Fantasy Image comic series. I don't know why either, but that was my trend back then. And for whatever reason, I thought that we were done. Like, that was it. When I got in December, maybe January, there's a new series coming out. I'll get that when it comes out in January. But that was it for Fantasy. And I get, like, pissed off when I find a bunch of... I don't know why I thought that was the end. But anyways, Reign Volumes 1 and 2. Especially because I've always known Image Comics has been around for a very long time. And has several series I don't even know about it. Now I'm doing the whole thing of... this is one volume series, or two, but limited series, and this is the only thing the author has done, at least according to Amazon. And that's failed plenty of times before because I found out that that's not the case at all. Like most recently with Marksman. The Good Asian, and why am I doing that? Well, it was started as a novelty. I just kind of found it funny that this book I got from Image just so happened to be the only thing that guy has written at all. In general. The Good Asian, Volumes 1 and 2, written by Pornzak Pachotti. And this series is one of the ones I just kept putting off. And I don't know why I did. Because everyone was talking about the series, and I was so happy to finally buy it. And also I like that they have this thing for Volume 2. If you know, you know. The main guy's nickname is kind of thing. There. I just gotta remember to put Volume 2 on the other side, because Volume 2 I put on the shelf, and then Volume 1 I stack up on top of the shelves. So I'll have to keep going, like, where's the Good Asian? Oh, it's there! You know, I have them all stacked right there for convenience. But for the video, I like to show up both volumes. Unearthed Volumes 1 and 2, written by Cullen Bunn. This series got a lot of flack for, not like a lot of flack, I think it's a popular series, but this one got a lot of flack because a lot of the characters look similar because of the way that they have their suits, and it was one of those many times where they've had like a big complaint about a series that's like, that's not a turn off for me at all. So, and I also really like Cullen Bunn, so high hopes for this one, but not like ridiculously high hopes, because I know Cullen Bunn. Like, I like his writing, but he's not, like, groundbreaking or anything like that. Now, Harrow County is groundbreaking, but not... That's what I meant to say. Not every series written by Cullen Bunn is going to be as good as Harrow County, but it will at least be entertaining. Okay, so here's my copy of Tokyo Ghost Volumes 1 and 2, the soft covers, but for the last time, I'll be reading... Final time, I'll be reading it in oversized hardcover format. Next time, I'll be reading my copy. Next time, when I read Tokyo Ghost, I'll be reading my copy of the soft covers. I just want to do it one final time, go out with a bang. Tokyo Ghost. And that, as they say, is that. Not even 10 minutes. Nice. Sped round it. Told you guys what the author was. Told you guys went a little bit more in depth with the Image books. Alright. I'm going to put this in the same right order now. It's in the right order. Yeah, Nina Hawk, I have no idea why I did that with Nina Hawk. I thought that it was 10 issues. I don't know why, because I should have known it was 12 issues. Like, there was no reason for me to think that. I don't know. But, hey, it's the novelty of, I've read 12 Image books so far this month will be 12, including the 3, OGNs. Series, of course, but you don't count. You didn't say I read. It's kind of weird to say. They think Unearthed Volumes 1 and 2 doesn't make sense. You just say I read Unearthed, the whole entire series. You're not going to specify. You could, but like, you get what I'm saying. Another regulation, the biggest rule is that it has to be the complete series. I'm not going to do Saga this year and count it. It's kind of weird. I do it every year because Saga keeps coming back. Maybe I'll do one exception. Not a big exception. I don't know. But that, as I say, is that. Make this video a little bit longer, so it's a nice 10-minute video. All right.